Welcome to the IS Employee Spotlight interview, where we highlight the extraordinary people working at NC State University Industry Expansion Solutions. I'm your host, Shelby Combs, Public Communications Specialist. In this episode, I'll be talking to IES Product Lead for Industrial Engineering and Student Projects, Haleh Byrne. Welcome, Haleh. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Shelby.
Please tell us what your typical day looks like for industrial engineering and student projects product lead. Kind of what do you do in your day-to-day work?
So I have a very diverse work plan, as you say. If I'm teaching, obviously we have to order books, we have to coordinate what time we're going to have the class started, identify the location, and then teach the class and come back. I'm also student projects. Student projects, they're also diverse. So I have to hire students, train them, get them familiar with the scope of the project and expectations of the customer and myself, of course. And so that's basically what we cover day to day.
How long have you been working with students? And how long have you been working with IES too?
I started in April of 2008. So more than a decade or decade and a half. And then I think second year was that I was approached to lead a project. I had only one student, and the project was at Ingersoll Rand in Southern Pines, and it was a big project for back then. And myself and the student completed it, and the customer was very happy. In fact, we got several projects. Cami Baguette was the regional manager, and we all developed a good rapport with the customer at the time. So that one project led to a lot more.
And I feel like your position is especially unique because we have interns here, of course, but you work directly with students. What kind of work do you guys do? And how is, working with students? Do you enjoy it?
Of course, like any other responsibility, it has its challenges, but it has its rewards as well. My students, yes, I worked with them directly. I have to play the role of the supervisor, mother, and friend, all at the same time. And I enjoy it. I hope they enjoy it too, because they get exposed beyond schoolwork. They get exposed to different companies, different responsibilities. As far as the scope of our work is mostly process documentation, and we do that by videotaping the process. We use a software that I think a lot of my colleagues have heard about by now. It's called Timer Pro, and it allows us to sort of analyze the videos in a more exponentially faster way than what I was used to as an industrial engineer. Was a stopwatch and bring it back to the computer. But this is all, and I always say it's a very powerful tool, but it's very finicky, and the students enjoy it too, because it's not kind of dry. You videotape, you analyze, you get responsibilities. And some of the students get hired by the companies. Not recently, but in the past, we had some students that actually got directly hired by the company.
Yeah, that speaks highly of their mentor and a supervisor.
Well, thank you for saying that. I think it's their own responsibility as well, and their own capabilities. Of course, we know most of the students, well, all of the students that come to NC State have to pass a certain bar. Mm-hmm. So they are already, they are smart. It's just a matter of commitment to the projects, yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm. What's the most rewarding part of your job, would you say?
All of it, really. I enjoy people that I work with. I worked in industry. It's quite different working for a university versus industry. This is better fit for me, a lot better. And I like it's kind of relaxed compared to, with 60 hours work week at the private industry. And also, I enjoy meeting people, so going and teaching or doing projects, and also a sense of accomplishment, of course. I do enjoy hearing back from the customers that it was beneficial to their bottom line, whether it's safety, whether it's efficiency, whether it's quality improvement, any of that impact makes me enjoy what we do. We look at the bottom line, what effect did we have because of this training, because of this project. So I enjoyed that very much. And of course, internally and externally, I enjoy. Not to say there aren't challenges. There are always challenges.
That's actually my next question. What is the most challenging part of your job?
As far as students, I think the longevity of their stay, because of their competitive, we do pay students pretty good, but the internships that they get is a lot better for their future. So it's challenging for me. Hire students, train them, they leave after a couple of months, they find a better job. And then that part is challenging. So I try to make it more loyal and stay with us. But of course, whatever is to their bottom line and their benefit. As far as teaching, fortunately, because I've been doing this for 15, 16 years, challenges as far as logistics and timing, if I have, and with our work, I say it's feast or famine, at least with my work. All of a sudden, I get like 3-4 projects at a time and I have to teach. So logistically, it can be challenging. So you have to do a lot of scheduling, a lot of planning ahead of time. But then again, sometimes I don't have much work to do, so I socialize.
Yeah. What qualities or skills do you think is important for someone in your position?
But obviously, knowing as far as the technical background, what we do is time study, layout improvement. We do a lot of layout improvements, AutoCADs, measuring, and of course, experience that helped me a lot. I made a lot of mistakes in the past. I didn't say mistakes, but there have been some gaps that taught me not to have that gap again as we do the projects. And not to be patting myself in the back, but yesterday I was driving a student back home because we had to leave later. And he said, and I said, that's one of the nicest thing anybody has told me. He said, your presence has a major impact on the projects because I'm there. I know, I have the experience. I tell them, don't do this, do that. And, I said, that's one of the nicest thing anyone has told me.
Yeah.
So I just brought it up.
Yeah. Understandable. What hobbies and interests do you have outside of work?
Gym. I love to exercise. I love to go to the gym. Recently, I'm more outdoorsy. I go to trails and beyond the gym. And of course, I love NC State Gym. You'll see me on the weekends there. I'm also, after Corona, I developed I guess, interest in cooking. So I cook, healthy food, vegetables and things like that.
What's your favorite meal to cook?
It's an ethnic food called chilo kebab.
Ooh, is it
kebab
like
and rice with
okay.
It's ethnic.
Oh,
it's
that
Persian.
sounds good though. It sounds good. Could you tell us a little bit about your personal life, kind of where you grew up, where you went to school, about your family?
Sure. So I was born abroad in Middle East. The country used to be known as Persia. You know it as Iran right now. I came here to study. I studied in the southern part of Iran and they came to the capital, Tehran. I was always studious. I was on the top 5% of my class. So yeah, I was very studious. But then I had a social life too, let's say. So I wasn't like one dimensional, as you say. Then I came, I wanted to come to the United States because of the atmosphere there. And, of course, I came to NC State and I did study industrial engineering and I graduated. My family, I have one brother who just moved to Las Vegas. My parents also moved here after I did. My dad passed a few years back and my mom is here as well. I have a son who's 28 now. He is an engineer. He's a computer engineer. He studied at UNC Charlotte and he's working for Ford Motor Company now.
Mm.
And he's doing well. So I said I did my job.
Yeah,
As far
definitely.
as the parent goes.
Awesome. All right, we're in rapid fire question mode. All right. What is your favorite TV show?
Big Bang Theory, it makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's right up your alley.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
Um, Gravity.
I don't think I've seen that one. I'm gonna check it out.
Because it's a situation. I like it because um the character is lost in space, and at times, you don't have a solution right in front of you. You have to trial and error, and so I it's one of my favorite movies.
What's your favorite food? I think you've already answered this.
Yeah,
You answered
I
your
like a
favorite
lot of
food to cook.
food. I
Okay.
like steak. I like everything, chicken, everything.
Do you have a favorite sports team?
NC State Wolfpack.
Yep.
The
Favorite
Carolina
genre of music?
Panthers. Everything local. I moved out of the state,
Mhm.
after I graduated. So I lived in a few places such as St. Louis, Los Angeles, Omaha, Nebraska, and I came back. And it fits my nature better here.
Yeah.
It's just a different, more educated people or more calmer people, and just totally different mentality, in my opinion. So it fits me.
Yeah. Favorite genre of music?
Jazz. I
Yeah.
love jazz.
Do you have a favorite
Um,
jazz musician or no? Just anything.
Billie Holiday is one of my
Mhm.
favorites. Well, old timey Nat King Cole, so old school jazz I like. And then the other day I was listening to a jazz electronic, Peggy Go. She's Korean, and is electronic is awesome. Because I exercise, I listen to music,
Yeah.
and that sort of makes me more motivated to work out.
Yeah. Yeah. Favorite location in North Carolina?
To live, Raleigh. To
Mm.
visit, Asheville.
Yes. I agree with you there. I agree with you. Do you have a personal motto or mantra or a favorite quote you would like to share with our audience?
I guess what Jim Valvano said, never give up. That's the motto of my life. I never give up. I may fall, but I pick up the pieces and try to get back up,
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Do you have anything to add?
Just thank you for your time, Shelby, and thank you for the opportunity. And I hope you have a great day.
Yeah, I hope you do too. Thank you.
You're welcome.